Hello everybody and welcome to Lana's Storyland again. Now our next story is called The Tortoise and the Hare. Oh, and just remember, life doesn't have to be a rat race if you refuse to run. Once upon a time, there was a hare who boasted he could run faster than anyone else. The hare teased the tortoise for being so slow. "You're such a slow poke," he said. Finally, one day, the tortoise had had enough. He answered back, "Hare, I challenge you to a race." "Ah!" laughed the hare. "Beaten in a race by you? Why, I'm so speedy. There's nobody in the world that can win against me." "We shall see," said the tortoise. A course was planned, and the next day, at dawn, they stood at the starting line. The hare yawned sleepily as the tortoise trudged off. When the hare saw how very slow the tortoise was, he decided to have a quick nap. "Take your time," he said. "I'll have 40 winks and catch up with you in a minute." The hare woke with a start and looked around for the tortoise, but the tortoise was only a short distance away, having barely covered a third of the course. "I might as well have some breakfast too," said the hare, and off he went to munch some cabbages he had noticed in a nearby field. Talking of cabbages, I think organic vegetables should be much cheaper so everybody can eat them. And the only place fare looks good is on the actual animals. So between you and I've turned vegan. But the heavy meal and the hot sun made him sleepy again. With a glance at the tortoise now halfway along the course, he decided to have another snooze before flashing past the winning post, he thought. Anyway, there's nothing wrong about wanting to be a winner, because when you think about the sperm race, we're all winners because we all got through here, didn't we? Soon, he fell fast asleep and was snoring happily. Well, he might have been snoring happily, but it was getting on everybody else's nerves. I mean, he might want to see a specialist, him. I mean, he's obviously got narcolepsy with all the naps that he's been having. The sun started to sink below the horizon, and the tortoise, who had been plodding towards the winning post since morning, was scarcely a yard from the finishing line. At that very point, the hare woke with a jolt. "You Kip!" He could see the tortoise was merely a speck in the distance. Away he dashed. He leapt and bounded at great rate, gasping for breath. Just a little more, and he'd be first at the finish. But the hare's last leap was just too late, for the tortoise had beaten him to the winning post. Tired and in disgrace, the hare slumped down beside the tortoise. "Slow and steady wins the race," said the tortoise with a smile. And this is why the first will always go last, and why we must all, in spite of them swamping us, with all those, as thrilling as they are, bamboozling, glittery, mainstream Saturday night television shows, you know, the ones I'm talking about, things like Strictly Come Prancing, or Slip on Your Bum on Ice, or The Great British Bake Me a Giant Fairy Cake to pig out on and raise me cholesterol levels. I bet Joe Brandon and Dawn French would love to be on that one, etc., with all the panel dramas from the daft judges, which they impose on us. We must come to realise that life is not a competition. See you next time.